I've dedicated the past 2.5 years of my life to building WeScale, where we have gotten to work with hundreds of 6 and 7 figure print on demand business owners. And in this video, I'm going to be covering the 7 common traits that I've seen across the board amongst 6 figure plus sellers. And number one is that they are operating on branded Shopify stores, not on Etsy. Not to say that there are not successful sellers on Etsy, but the majority of the sellers that we work with are the ones that operate on their own site. Does not have to be Shopify, but it is a store that they actually own the customer relationship. Number two is they choose a niche that they actually live in themselves. You could ask them anything about the niche, they'd be able to rattle it off the top of their head because they have lived it. They have been the person who enjoys the hobby, like the yoga or hiking or whatever it may be. They did not just pick something that was trendy, or if they did pick something trendy initially on their first store, they quickly dropped that and went into something that they enjoy themselves. Number three is they went from 0 to 100 designs faster than anybody else. I have worked with people where I've seen them take like 9, 10, 12 weeks to get their first 100 designs up. Normally, because they're just in their own head and they let perfection be the enemy of progress, 100K plus sellers do not do that. They move as quickly as they can. And in many cases, they get their first 100 designs up within a week or 2 weeks. And the reason that this makes sense is because volume is what leads to finding the winners. It is not sitting there trying to make the perfect design that leads to that. And number four, when you look at their designs, they've made the designs for their customers and not for themselves. And now some of them go through this early stage where, our artwork is personal to us, but they quickly grow out of that. And they do not care about it being my artwork and the designs that I think should sell well being the ones that people actually buy. They prioritize viewing their business as a business. And as a business owner, our job is to make things that the customers want. So the difference in this and how you can check yourself if you're doing this or not is next time you make a design and something starts performing well that you were not expecting, what's your reaction to that? Do you get excited? Do you get upset? Do you get inquisitive? If you have any different reaction other than just like excitement and then trying to learn what you can from it, that is the wrong mindset. The right mindset is to just learn everything that you can and then use that as a piece of information that can work to your advantage. Then, number five is they are all using an email list that essentially helps them print money. So, beginners, when they start out and going from like 0 to 10K, they have no email list. Like every sale that they're getting is just coming from the paid ads. The way that this thing can quickly snowball and start to work in your favor is when you put a concerted effort into building your email list. Meaning you have a pop up on your site, you have welcome flows that are introducing people that join your list to your brand, and AI can help generate all of these things for you. It's insane. But over time, that grows and grows to the point that roughly one out of every $3 made is coming from your email list. And number six is they are disciplined with their ad testing, meaning they are not just launching designs and throwing stuff at the wall and then hoping for the best. Because not having a plan is planning to fail. So true, especially in the ad account. The only person who will not fail from that is Zuckerberg. But when we are launching, they have specific cut and bump rules, meaning they will let ads run and spend exactly $5 a day or exactly $10. And then they let it run for exactly 2 days, then they turn it off. And they do not just let it keep on going and going and going, hoping and praying that maybe it'll turn around because they know that they should and always will be just making more designs. And number seven is they recognize that profit is a choice. There is no way that you can get to $100,000 plus in sales without being profitable. You should not be doing that because the whole premise here is that in print on demand, your cash flow is essentially funding the growth of the business and it's able to go round and around. In order to get there, it does not happen just willy nilly. It does not happen like if you just make good designs, and you have to will it into existence. You have to have complete and total ownership and control over all of the metrics in your business. Meaning, you know your ad costs, you know your conversion rate, you know your average order value, you know your cost of goods sold, you know your overhead, you know where every single dollar is coming into the business and where it's going out. And so, breaking it down, stores that reach 6 figures plus versus get to $1,000 and really cap out there is branded versus marketplace. That's as simple as it gets. We can debate that in the comments, but it's pretty irrefutable at this point. Marketplaces, you are basically a glorified contractor and a contractor who gets paid an hourly rate sometimes. and can be fired at any time. Opposed to branded, I don't care if you're on Shopify or Wix or WordPress, whatever, somewhere that you own the actual customer relationship. There has never been a hugely successful business in history that does not own the underlying customer relationship, because without that, you do not have a business. Next, they have a niche that they live in versus a general store. They try to ship 7 designs a day and they get their 100 designs live as quickly as possible, opposed to agonizing over each and every one. If you ship 7 designs per day, you're at 100 within 2 weeks. Most people can just not knock that out and stay that consistent. Number 4 is you let data pick the winners, opposed to pick what looks good to you and then get personally offended when the designs you like don't work out. If you are looking for an art project, then do not start a business. If you're looking for somebody to validate that you have creative skills, do not start a business. Where you get messed up is when your expectations do not match like what reality is there to show you. Next, your email should be representing 25 to 30% of your revenue. And if you have any questions about this, you can check out the course. It's completely free on YouTube, where we show you exactly how we set up all of our email flows and that sort of thing. Opposed to stores that cap out, have no list. And again, if you're on a marketplace, this is a non-starter, you don't get your list. The $100,000 plus sellers, they have strict cut slash bump rules, opposed to people who cap out. They just kind of set a vague limit. They don't really know how much they're spending. They pretty much go in with like the trust me bro type mentality, like, fingers crossed. And finally, they track their ad costs. They know every number cold. They have a well-oiled machine. They are a actual operator, opposed to somebody who just doesn't know any of their numbers. And so the two traits here that are doing 80% of the work out of all those 7 different things is, number 1, the 100 designs, they are shipping fast and they're making data-driven decisions. And then number 2, they are operating a branded store where they own the underlying asset. If you take 2 things away from this: ship fast, ship often, make data-driven decisions, know your numbers, and own the underlying asset. Do not make somebody else rich, make yourself rich. And the build order, how do you get to this point? Like, okay, this is great. Do I go through the course? You start by picking a niche that you actually live in. You choose the right model, meaning a branded print on demand store. You ship 100 designs at 7 a day. So you should be done in about 2 weeks, 2 weeks and about 2 hours. Then you trust the data, not your taste. And you test ads with discipline. We start at $12.50 per day. And over time, you make a priority. You set it as your priority to build your email list. And you actually use the list, meaning you send emails weekly, and you track your ad conversions, your ad costs, your order size, all of that. You know the numbers cold. And in all honesty, you can drop all of this into ChatGPT and say, I don't know how to do this. Resourcefulness is a rare commodity nowadays. And all of the answers exist at your fingertips. It's just a matter of if you recognize this as a priority for you to learn, and then you go out and you actually do something about it. And here's a way that you can get started with your self-audit scorecard. Ask yourself, if you're trying to figure out like, where do I lie on the spectrum of things, you can say, do I sell in a branded print on demand store? You answer yes or sort of or no. And if you answered yes to 6 to 7 of these, then this is not a financial guarantee, but you are on 100K plus trajectory. This is just from my personal experience. This is very subjective. But if you can answer yes to 4 to 5 of them, then you're in like the 10 to 30K range. There will be some bumps in the road and things that'll cause you to cap out, but overall, you'll get far beyond where most print on demand sellers eventually get to. And if you're in the range of like only being able to say yes to 2 to 3, then you're most likely going to cap out at around $1,000 to $5,000. I've very rarely seen somebody who can only say yes to 2 of these that is well beyond that level. And not to say it's not possible. You can, all of these are subjective. All of these are subject to change, but it really comes down to, are you going to be resourceful enough to set your mind to changing these? And then finally, if you are in the 0 to 1 range, then that's where you really need to get started by going through this checklist. And after you go through this list, check out the free course. We walk through everything step by step. And if you want to learn more about this, join the free community where we have all the resources and every AI tool that you can imagine to help make the journey that much easier for you. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.